another Fortnite video. Another Fortnite video. Today is the final video of the season. Last day of the season. I'm so excited for Chapter 2, Season 7. Anyway, we're going to hop into a match. We're going to talk about what happened, what's good, what's bad, and we're also going to hopefully get a victory royale, the last one of the season. I'm not sure about that final one. I just can't guarantee anything about the final one. But anyway, so this season, Primal season, but it sort of like with Agent Jonesy last season, 2 seasons ago. Well, yeah, last season. They introduced the Foundation and didn't bring him into the game because he's not technically in the loop yet, like Agent Jonesy was last season. So now, next season, I'm thinking he'll get into it. He's currently trapped inside the spire. Like, the main event of the season was amazing. You should go check out my Welcome to Chapter 2 Season 7 video if you did not see that already, to see what the opening cinematic and event was. It was really insane. And it definitely did a lot. It had me pumped for the season. The first couple of games, everybody wanted this Primal shotgun because it was stinking overpowered. Like, nobody could beat the Sting. Like, if you had it, you were, like, winning games. Like, you got a lot of, like, people dead. Like, you won a lot of games with the Primal shotgun alone. Just the Primal shotgun. Don't need anything else when you have a Primal shotgun. Going to the beginning of season players. But then it was nerfed, like, twice or whatever. And so now it's a normal weapon. Then, like, later season, there's a bunch of random stuff that are added, but the Primal areas, I'm going to talk about most. I'm going to land Colossal Crops because that's where I landed most of the season because of the Spire quest that eventually ended in the style for Raz. Basically, most of the time we had to do stuff and then go back to Raz. And so that's why I'm doing that. That was one of the main drop spots because of the Spire quests and everything. And so, like, the season, it introduced a couple new weapons, like all the primals. It introduced the crafting mechanism, which was a really interesting way. I don't really like it, though. I prefer not having to craft my weapons and just having a straightforward, pick up this gun, you get this gun. Or like with upgrade benches, you can farm mats to upgrade guns. I personally don't like the crafting mechanism, like it's perfectly fine for those people who like it. I just don't like the idea. It's not like it's a bad way of executing it. It's just, I don't think it's the best idea for Fortnite in general. Like, I just don't think it, they could have just, if they didn't include crafting, the games would go a lot fast. What the heck was that luck? Okay. I have a gold scar now. And, like, they added the bunker chest, which was a really amazing idea with the lowish spawn chance and everybody knowing where to go and wanting to get one. Like, that was a really good idea, I think. But, there's a lot of good stuff that happened this season. But I gotta say, it wasn't my favorite one. Because you can't really beat, like, Chapter 2, Season 4 in my book. And cheeky animation real quick there. Basically, I just really like that last season, Chapter 2, Season 4, which was the Marvel season. I didn't play through the entire season. I came in like a month before it ended. But it was a really good season, I think, with bosses. But we're not here to talk about 2 seasons ago. We're here to talk about this season. Later on, they added new exotics, took away some. R.I.P. Dub. The best mythic there ever was, the Dub shotgun. I'm sad to see it go, but at least we had fun last season with it. And so, like, the season, like, overall, decent season. Could it have been better with a couple of slight changes? Definitely. Was, like, am I complaining about, like, the season? Not really. So, like, the season, like, overall, I'm probably repeating myself multiple times, but it's more of like an okay, like nothing special happened. I don't think. Like I don't really see anything like super cool. Anything like the bosses were absolutely garbage. We had the same boss over and over and over again, unless you want to count. Like we had one boss at Spire that slightly changed over the course of the season, with like different weapons and everything. And then we had the Spire Guardians, which haven't changed at all this entire season, and have quite to say gotten boring. You get a purple AR which has trash. It's basically like I'd rather have a green AR than that gun. Like it's not a good gun. It's not worth it when you're gonna fight that thing. It's not worth fighting the Spire Guardian and wasting your ammo. I'm gonna say wasting, because I really don't like that boss. Your ammo on just a purple Primal AR. Like, the accuracy is terrible. Like, there's a bunch of trash things about that AR. And so, that's why I don't like new guns. Recycler is really interesting and can be fun in some cases. Well, it's a fun weapon overall, but can be very useful in some cases. Sometimes it's stupid and gets you killed if you try to use it. This guy just tried to kill me. Dude, what are you doing? You're stinking so bad. My gosh. But, and then, like, the Primal Shotgun, great idea, stinking overpowered, gladly nerfed it. It's a respectable gun now. I personally don't like it, but it's definitely a very respectable gun when you have it. It's not trash. It's not like me and Nico with the charge last season. Like, it's not terrible. Like, I don't like the charge still, but I can use it now. I've gotten better, but, like, that's just a reference. Like, it's not terrible in my perspective. It's not the best. The pump is the best. Always has been. But it is a respectable gun. Just in general. Hold on, I'm just gonna emote real quick because I just feel like emoting. And I just wanted to charge Thor for the end of the season. Anyway, like the season, the new exotics. I like them, like the glitch bow or whatever it is, the bow that switches that Raven has. Really cool idea. Like I really like it. It's not one of my favorite bows to use. I'd rather have the grappler bow, which is another new exotic, which is also sick. But the grappler bow would be really good. I've never done this, but I wish I might if we have time next season. It's still here. But you could skybase, and if you die, you just have to fire that bow grapple because it completely negates all full damage. It's really OP that way. So, and that was just a fun thing because it's a grappler, but instead of having 10 shots period, as long as you had more ammo, you could use it more, which was definitely better than just you had to find a pretty rare thing, and then you'd have 10 shots. Like, I don't think that was a really good idea for that weapon. Do I think that they shouldn't have done it? I think that it's a bad idea. Not necessarily. Like, it's not bad the way that the grappler was there, but the grappler bow was just a lot easier to get and a lot, like, just a better. Like, it had a reliable spawn, and, like, it was a lot better in ways of you could get it, but it did have its cost. You had to buy it. It wasn't just walk there, grab it. You had to buy it, which definitely balanced it out, because if you didn't have to buy it, everybody would be landing there and getting that bow, because it's, like, the best bow to use in this game. Because of the mobility. Second best, I'd obviously say the explosive bow. Which brings us to our next topic, Raz. Spire quests, completely fun. Definitely a good idea to have quests related to the storyline that resulted in a character style from the battle pass. I think that was a really good idea. feel bad for the people who didn't buy the battle pass, and then you just said you get this style if you complete the quest, but you don't have the battle pass, so you get nothing for completing all those quests except for a small. It wasn't a small bit. It was a lot of XP. So that wasn't like it was unrelevant. And now you have to head back. Oh crap! There are people fighting. Okay, I'm gonna head over here. No, I'm gonna fight back only if necessary. Because I want this to go as long as possible. 25 people left. And so, like, the Raz boss, insanely overpowered. You had to use underhanded tactics, and just, it took an insanely long time to kill. But once you did, you got, according to myself, when it came out, the most powerful weapon in the entire Fortnite game. Explosive bows are, I'll refer to them as god bows, because they are one of the most powerful weapons ever to be in Fortnite, I think. And then when you get a mythic of it, it's well worth the time and the risk of fighting Raz. Because I think it's a worthy boss to be the one to have that mythic. If it was like Jules or something, like just a normal boss with a normal weapon, like Iron Man, too easy. Raz had to have a special ability besides just using the weapon for it to be like worth it. If it didn't, it would be way too unbalanced and would more be like, it would be super easy for people to get that mythic, and that is not balanced, I don't think. I think they definitely needed to have him a special ability. His like toss up the Spire artifact and the like burst thing that sapped away at your health with like 30 tick, or it was like 10 tick, I think. It was definitely a really OP thing to stop you from getting the mythics too easily, but having strategies like using a zipline definitely helped with that. But it wasn't an easy first fight before anybody really knew. When he first came out, I remember definitely just dropping in, trying to kill him immediately, getting annihilated because I had no clue. I just knew there was a mythic explosive bow and I wanted it. And so like it took me a long time to figure out to use the zip lines. And there's the best strategy, I think, is to build up, use a harpoon gun to either yank him up or yank him off with the zip line, because the fall damage will also help you. Which is why it's a really good strategy, because if you do with the zip line, you can barely take any damage. Like if you move fast, because like they only have a small radius of being able to see you. So as long as you move quickly on the zip line, he doesn't even like fight you, and you can move away if he does start fighting you, in case he does his like his magic hands thing. I don't know. His magic thing with the gauntlet that I referred to earlier. If he does that, you can go away on the zip line, which was a really cool strategy. Is that a rainbow Iron Man? What is that? Oh crud, oh crud. No! No, guys. But there's a couple more things that bring us to the end of season. There's a couple more events, like really just the addition of the Primal weeks, or Wild weeks as they call them, which is a really fun idea. I think it has every week have a different one. My favorite one, I think, was the movement one, because the bounce pads, the bouncers, like my favorite weapon in the entire, like my favorite trap, the entire game. Definitely think they should bring just normal traps back into the game, because they were so useful and made for a lot of funny moments. I personally really didn't get any use out of them, because I started in Chapter 2 Season 4, and the only traps that were available there were the fire traps, and they were pretty rare. And also then, I didn't really know how to really build. Like, I know there's like obvious on the screen, but like I still just didn't really build much, because I was just so new to the game. And now that problem is fixed, so definitely know how to do that and anything, but like changes. I'm gonna head to Selfie's on hold for like the best mythic, the exotic in the game, which I talked about earlier. Also because it's pretty hard. I like the challenge, but like they added the Primal weeks. Like first one started with like the fire, and then they started the movement, and then the gold. I'm pretty sure no, it's the fourth one. There's like the fire, and then I can't remember this. What was it? I don't know. I'm completely blanking on what came after the one. Like I know there's been, I know at least a couple of them. I know 3 or 4. But that's respectable. Boo! I'm sorry. Real nearby rare chests. Rare chests, I thought. That was just a normal chest. That's just a normal chest. Lara Croft, you lied to me. Oh wait, no, it is a rare chest. As I was saying earlier, that is like a respectable gun. Like, even if it's not like the best anymore, like it was like the best at beginning of season. But the Primal shotgun still, like if you can get blue or above, it's still a force to be reckoned with. Like you don't have to get a really rare one. And since animal bones are pretty common now, if you land in the right spots, of course, it's not hard at all to get one. It's not really that hard. Like I just fished a couple of times and got 2 green ones. And like the green ones are still like decent. Like they're not like I wouldn't like want to find one of those. But I mean like I wouldn't say no. Like I'd rather have a Primal than no shotgun, but like even if it was a green Primal, like I still prefer more like the shotguns this season are really good, but not like the balance. Like I can definitely see balance. Why did you try running from me? I have a gun. This is a game of guns. Not a game of running away and thinking you're so smart. And basically this bow is really good because it shows you when it'll grapple. Did it like get buffed? Like the grapple distance get buffed? That seemed like it was buffed. Huh. So like throughout the season there's many small changes. Nothing too big. Like since the season, this map is like basically the exact same since the beginning of the season. Like it hasn't changed. I would have rather had a lot more changes, but that's still fine. Like there was plenty of switcheroonies and things done this season. It wasn't bad, the lack of map changes. I would have preferred more, but okay. That it wasn't bad. Like it was certainly still felt fresh and not dull at all. Like it was still fun. Like the season definitely had changes, and definitely felt like it wasn't just a boring same old thing every single time. But the crafting thing made the game way too varying, I think. Like there's just like I don't like you pick up a trash AR, you have to go like a green Primal, you have to go hunting for ages to get 4 each crafting material. Like not ages for like, but like you have to go for a while to get the crafting materials to get a respectable AR if you don't randomly find one on the ground, which thankfully has been buffed. So it's not all Like, it's been fixed. There's more normal already crafted weapons than there used to be, which definitely big improvement. But, like, the beginning of the season was really, like, meh for me. Like, Primal Shotgun was cool, it was a cool exploring thing. I rate it, meh. And, of course, because this is a Fortnite video, I'm gonna finish the game, and then the video will end. But, you get my rating, meh. Chapter 2, Season 5, also meh. There wasn't much going on. But Chapter 2, Season 4, amazing. I haven't really given any ratings before, this is the first rating thing. But basically, it's absolute garbage, never want to do it. Like, garbage, like, or trash, meh, it's okay. It was actually a pretty good season. And then, awesome. And I rated the Chapter 2 Season 5 the highest of our ratings, and I think it deserves that. It's just by far my favorite season. And if you disagree, well, fine. But it's my favorite season, and you can never take that away from me. Why did you think just firing a revolver against me would work? Bro! Some people are so bad at the game right now. Like sometimes I fit these mega sweats and they're like wrecking things. Like I see this like giant 3-story buildings for like a family of 4 sometimes, and then other times I see this one wall with an actual bot doing there, and then sometimes I just see just no buildings. Just this random guy standing still and shooting at me, like I did at the beginning of the season. Like I moved around, but like this season has, like, I think some people have left. Like stopped playing. Like seriously, like there's no one here. Like there's no. Like the sweats either have stayed truly loyal to Fortnite or have just disappeared from the game. Like just gone, poof. Not there anymore. I'm actually gonna grab that blue pump. Honestly, I prefer pumps. But still a respectable weapon. If that thing's still here next season, I will totally be for it. So I think it's gonna be more sci-fi weapon instead of Primal, because it's gonna be like a sci-fi season with like aliens and everything. But still, respectable gun. Glad it's in the game. Like I wouldn't have any other way. I would totally have the Primal be in the season, then it not be. Totally respectable gun. Balance. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Yeah. NPC loot. It used to be garbage. Like absolutely. Well, that guy. Why was that guy just standing there if he was one shot? Purple scar noise. He had a decent loadout. Why is he like aiming his bow at some other place? Whatever. Like, I'm not sure there's much else to say about this season. Like, there was a beginning of the season event which was actually really cool. But there's no end of the season event unless they're like hiding something. You have like the most passionate player base in the entirety of video games. Why are you hiding things from them? Like I'm sure there are leakers, and like you don't like everybody Fortnite to see everything. You don't like them to see everything. Like still, where are you? Where did you go? Where are you? I don't see anybody. Okay, whatever. Let's head to circle. Like, just no. I'm gonna pop this and then grab the other one. It's full health always helps. And like here, there's like tons of ammo. But like if you landed like more earlier spot that's not Primal, you barely get in. Like, Pleasant Park has some because of, like, the recent modifications. But other than that, like, you don't get many things from, you don't get any crafting parts. The Primal rarity, from there, you get more mechanical parts from the more modern cities because there are cars. And really, that's it. You don't get much crafting parts, as, like, there's very specific parts. If you like Primal, you land in the Primal areas, aka 3 POIs. If you want mechanical parts, you land just about anything on the outer circle. Some places have higher spawns and everything, but, like, those are the basics. You land somewhere if you want something, and somewhere else if you want something else. It's basically what happens. And it's not the best, of course. He's fighting a Velociraptor. What is it? Is that if I was shocking to it? Hey, yeah, that guy's pretty good. That guy's pretty good. Dang. You good. Dude, I know you're in here. It was an Iron Man. Props to you, my guy. Props to you, my guy. Though you should have at least boxed yourself. Oh my gosh, why is there fire everywhere? Why is there fire everywhere? Oh, crud. Get me out of this forest. Thank you. Oh my gosh, there's like 30. Oh my gosh, it's sprouting. Ah! There's not someone at the supply drop. Oh, no, there's oh, crap. Oh, crap. Stupid flame bows. Stupid flame bows. Stupid flame bows. Stupid flame bows. Is it the implement? Oh my gosh. My gosh. Crud. That's so close. Oh my gosh, that was a really stressful fight, guys. Another thing, like pumps. 10 out of 10. Everybody wanted those things back in the season. Everybody. I'm gonna bring these medkits with me. The other thing. Oh my gosh, everybody has these scars. Everybody. You get a scar, and you get a star, and you get a scar. Everybody gets a scar. Like, I mean, honestly, like, everybody that I've met this entire game has had a scar. Everybody. Of course, I'd have a better scar than all of them, but still. You guys are so bad. Like, they're just not good. Like, they just can't. They're bad. Like, when you know how to deal with these things, they're so easy to deal with. But the first season when they were at it, they're like, oh my gosh, these creatures. Whoa, I found a wolf finally. Ah, it's attacking me. Ah, how do I tame this thing? I know they're tameable. I just don't know how to tame them. Like, that's literally what happened to me, and a good bit of other people too. And now I am completely and utterly stacked, and nobody can tame me, but I'm stacked. Hey, look, there's people fighting. Can't see. Oh my gosh, this season, like, I'm glad it's over, but I'm also glad that this happened, because it's been an interesting experience for me. I'll have to say that. Hasn't been my favorite, but, like, it's been an experience. guy died. No, that guy. Okay. It's definitely been a learning experience for me. Like, I never had to do with anything like a drum shotgun before in BONEY. That's basically what the Primal shotgun is. It's basically a burst drum shotgun. It's basically like take the AR, see what happens when you turn it into a burst AR, see what changes happen. Apply that to the drum shotgun, and it turns into the Primal shotgun. That's basically what happens. And like I had no experience with that at all. So it's definitely interesting. Oh, you dead. Hey, infantry. Nice, but like, okay. Get annihilated. As soon as I hit that 149 pump, I was like, okay, no, you dead. Drop my, I don't know where that is. I'm gonna head to the circle now. And I didn't even take a single point of damage. That guy was just like, that guy hit me for 149, I'm gonna box up. I'm still at the pumps. When I started playing in Chapter 2 Season 4, pumps were in the game. I didn't know how to use them. I was like, they're slow firing. I don't use them. For like, first week that I played Fortnite, I completely ignored shots. Like, ignored it. Brian, no, you. Oh my gosh, I'm just wrecking people. There's only 2 other people left. Nice. No, I like my loadout. And go back to max. And let's get a high placing in this game. Okay, so like this season, meh. Like, it's not a bad season. It's not a good. It's just like, it's a decent season. Like, I'm not like hating on it, but it definitely was not my favorite. Okay. Where are you? Why is everybody in the button? Great. Had no big shields. Wait, hold on. Why do I have 50? Okay, I can't craft anything. Look at my materials. Yeah. If people ask this late into. Oh, hello. Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh, this Fire Guardian stuff. What? I will tell you, this is the weirdest season. This is the weirdest circle I've ever been. I got it. No, it's dying in the storm. That's so funny. And it does. So, where's this final dude? Bro, I know you're here. are you? Let's go! Final victory royale of this season. This was really fun, guys. This season, as I said before, it's okay. It's not great, but it's not bad. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!